need to put it on and look down.
Everything okay?
Still okay? Still on the computer, still okay? Because I cannot see slowly.
Raise the conformity, right? Then review, right?
What if this further doing on the computer at night? Huh?
Auditor should check the information given by department. The auditor should sample more training.
2 hours downstairs, what you doing?
Review verification report.
Something fishy.
Yeah, verification report.
So it's verified by QT,
Department
Should check the information.
verification.
verification of the It's good.
Okay, should check the info. So that is there.
Correct.
So this one is not correct. Huh?
Correct.
So which one is correct then?
Non-conformity.
Non-conformity.
So he has to do non-conformity.
Yes.
So your this one is correct then.
Section 4 all correct. No need to ask all correct.
So means non-conformity, because I was avoiding to write non-conformity.
Because most of the time I was non-conformity avoiding, you told me. Most of the time. So
What is it?
As a general rule, avoid
Giving non-conformity as far as practical, right?
But they are left right giving
Yeah.
non-conformity.
Try not to. The approach is try not to give non-conformity unless you're
For the
confident.
quality, for the quality.
Unless you're confident about it, because in the past a lot of people would think that okay, I'm here to witch hunt, look for problems, faults, and all that. But that is not the approach for doing audit. Audit again is by sampling, so we are not to be too quick to jump into conclusion, and that is not unless you really have concrete.
Later, version of follow that.
This ISO also has the
Yes,
same
to listen.
approach.
Oh, okay.
Just like avoid,
Yeah,
like
the
last
inside.
sort is
Nine,
if you
10.
have a
9 plus.
concrete
Oh, 9
evidence,
plus.
They will
then
mention.
Yeah.
give it.
Then you see, I
lagi
put
lah.
in, that means I dah tak, but it's okay.
But you explain this to the auditor,
just make sure
Yeah,
that
you get the info lah.
because
Understand.
they know that you are not the top
the
funding.
quantity you get.
Yeah.
Even you
Alright,
raise,
good.
they
for
can
the
fully
exam,
accept.
exam point.
Exam, okay, exam point.
Yeah.
No, generally,
Exam
yeah,
point of
very-
view,
very-
what you
very-
have,
very practical approach
and see,
to-
and see.
Yes.
Because that's all you have. So
Yeah,
exam
easy,
point of view,
easy,
that's all you have.
easy.
It's NC. Just give.
Evidence means even.
What did you answer for this one? This COVID testing lab CD
I didn't
9000.
go. What is it? 4.
This is 4.
I don't know because I never do second time. So but the question more or less is the same.
Questions are same,
Question
but
is same, but the answer will jumble
Sequence
up.
of
the
the
sequence of the answer.
Yeah.
by
It will not be the
section.
same every time you see. So you need to read
Ask the
again.
Jack what improved.
Yeah, because you will be thinking it's a new question, right? So you will
Yeah.
read.
That's
So
why
you
when I
did
read the
this.
question,
Yeah, you did the second time, so you know already. You get a sense already. Okay, so yeah, everybody is pumped up for the exam already. But let me just take a little bit of your time for us to do a conclusion, to refresh, to just to do some wrap up, before we can delve into that together
28.
after this session. Okay, so last day, just need to do some conclusion, and we look back into our learning objectives, learning outcomes of the course. Okay, Jeff, Aizel, you okay?
Yeah.
You managed to do it again, Aizel?
Good morning.
The exam?
I did the second attempt. This morning I wake up early.
Alright, good. We will discuss about that after this, Okay, so right. So in terms of our learning objective for the past 5 days, we went. This is the learning objective. So we are supposed to be allow you to explain the purpose of quality management system, quality management system standards, the standards that we need to refer to, third-party certification, and the business benefits of improved performance of the quality management system. It was the first knowledge, under knowledge. And the second knowledge is explain the roles and responsibilities of a lead auditor. So we did some simulation, so you have seen how you assign who needs to prepare the audit plan, to plan, conduct, report and follow up a quality management system audit in accordance with ISO 19011 and ISO IC 17021. And so these are the two, because this is related to guidelines for auditing management system, and this is related to certification bodies requirements. And lastly is the skill to plan, conduct, report and follow up an audit of a quality management system to establish conformity with ISO 9001 and in accordance with ISO 19011 and ISO AC 17021-1. Okay. So that was what we did, and the objective for this. So going through what we went through again, course content. So module 1 was why audit or what's an audit. So we went through the definition. We went through what is a first party, what is a second party, and what is a third party. So for our training, this course, LAC course, is mainly about third party, but of course it covers also both. You will be complying to both, because this is the end, you become a certification body or external auditors. So we talked about that, and we talked about some audit principles also, and auditors' personal behaviors, or an overview. And then we went through module 2, then a little bit more focus on quality management system, why and what. So that's where you need to refer to the standard, and we start to look into definitions. So we went through what is an audit criteria, audit scope, among other things. You guys remember that? I think it's part of your exam, so they do ask for definition, right? To do that. And then we went through module 3, ISO 9001 standards and auditor's perspective. This when we were given the chance to delve into the standard and pinpoint what are the things that you want to look for in terms of the audit evidence, and also the what is required under that clause. So we did that during the module 3 from an auditor's perspective. And then we covered risk management process. This is one of the important part of the new high-level structure, where everything is risk-based thinking, and we emphasize more on process approach. So that's where each and every standards that refer to high-level structure will need to also have risk-based thinking to determine the internal external issues, just the parties' requirement. We went through that, why we do that, and a little bit on the NVIS approach also. In relation to this, we also have the risk-based certification, where we have the focus areas. That's additional, but it's in line with this risk management process. Okay. And then we do module 5, plan and audit. So we break you up into teams, into 3 teams, and then you prepare an audit plan. So one becomes the lead auditor and one becomes the team member, and you discuss. And I see you managed to discuss and determine how you want to go through that. There was some we managed to share with each other the experience. Some was a little bit confused on mandates, the instruction for mandates to team member, how you do it, and then it becomes instead of 4 days, 2 days, it becomes 4 days. 2 members, so it becomes double the time, and and the auditee was surprised for you to cover more than is required. Aizal and Jeff is smiling, eh? Okay. It's alright, it's a sharing session. So I hope you understand that. Okay, and then conduct the audit. In module 5, before we conduct the audit, you also did the checklist. So you refer to the standards, and then you come up with the checklist. What are the questions that you want to ask in expectation of the evidence that you want to see to verify that they have implemented correctly. And then module 6, we did the audit. We did the interview. So each team was able to carry out an interview. So you had a different experience, and the other teams that were not interviewing were able to see how the other teams did. And even though auditee was in a different type of mood, different character, so I hope that also gives a little bit of experience to you on what would you expect from the auditee's point of view. And some auditees were talking about NC, keep harping on NC, is it NC? And then suddenly he got stuck, he will ask for NC, is it NC or not? So those kind of things, this could be the reality that you will face. And then we did the opening meeting also. One of the teams did the opening meeting, and then we saw how they explained on the opening meeting. And in the interview also, we did talk about communication. Your gestures, your facial expressions, one of the main part of the audit, including your questioning techniques, the open and close questions, open and close questions. So yeah, how you use those questions. I think during the interview there's a lot of open questions, so keep asking how you do this, how you do that, and then at the end, then you have a lot of the close questions where you ask for the samples. That's the right way to do it. Okay, and then lastly, the module 7, report and follow up. Report mainly is the findings. So the categorization of findings, whether it's non-conformity, whether it's observation or FI or noteworthy effort. So we did that, and you have submitted to me. And on the NCR, do you remember what are the 3 things that is needed for NCR? Can anybody? Requirement. And then
Evidence.
Okay, evidence. And
Findings.
findings. The better word is the failure statement. Okay, good. Remember this because this is very important every time you write this down. As we went through, when you do your closing meeting, that's when, if you did not clearly write your NCR statement with these 3 things, key things, then the client or the customer would get confused on what you want to present. So the sequence of presenting also, why you mentioned, okay, this is the requirement under the standard, and you mention the statement, and then the failure, okay, you did not do this requirement, that's why it's a failure. And then the evidence, okay, we saw that where, okay, in your management review minutes, it's missing, and we have not seen any other documents related to that example. So evidence can be a lot, it can be a point found, so just remember that. And then in terms of the closing meeting, we talked about the sequence. If you have different types of findings, go for the positive ones first. Positive ones, so noteworthy efforts. And then the observation. And then
Opportunities for improvement.
Opportunities for improvement. Opportunities for improvement, and then observation, Then NCR. Major first or minor first? Yeah,
Yeah.
major.
Minor first.
Yeah, and then usually you present the minor first, and then the major. So you go the sequence, then the client can focus at the end. Oh, the last is the most important. Last is the most important. But usually, when you come over to NC, it's really up to you. Because they already know they need to reply, and they will focus more. Sometimes they just, I want the major first, so that the top management can be alerted. So if you go through that sequence, of course, you will make the auditees or the organization become a little bit more calm first, make them relax, because everybody is nervous, curious, what's the result, even though some of them know the results. So most of them will be just curious and nervous. So the energy of the room will be very tense usually if they know there's a lot of findings. So when you start with noteworthy effort, positive things, and you thank them first, then you will tone down the energy so that it's easier for them to accept whatever you want to say. Then go through the opportunity deployment, observation, and then lastly NCR. Okay. So after the closing meeting, then what do you do when there's any NCR? Follow up, yes. Then you will need to do follow up. Yes, Jeff, correct. Follow up. So follow up here depends on the type of findings, and if you issue minor NC, then usually you give 30 days. Depends on the CDB. You go back to the CDB's requirements or your own requirements that you set. If it's 30 days, 30 days is 14 days, 14 days. Okay. So from all the modules that we went through, are there any specific questions that you want to?
See, audit planning.
Audit plan, okay.
Okay, so audit plan, as I understand, suppose I am a client.
Yes.
I need some audit to be done by accreditation body, right? Or maybe let's say DNB.
Certification body, okay.
Okay, certification body.
So
I sent a request, and the request is received by your audit planner.
yeah.
So audit planner will not directly appoint, if suppose I am an auditor, so he will not appoint me immediately, right? When he's received a request from the whoever the planner is will plan audit dates and this and that, right?
Yes, correct.
And then she decides how many people or how many he or she whatever, how many people will require for this audit.
Yes, correct. How many auditors you
And
mean?
she is the one, or planner is the one, will decide the audit team, who is going to be in audit team and how many days, right?
Yes, you're right.
And then you will get a notification that this is your team member and this audit you have to do to submit audit plan.
Yes, correct, you're right.
So audit plan comes very last stage. Am I right to say that?
Yes, audit plan will be one, if from the client's point of view, organization point of view, audit plan will come after the planner already check all the requirements and assign the auditor. Assign the lead auditor especially. So the lead auditor will get that information, then prepare the plan. Then it's either the lead auditor will send directly to the customer or go back to the planner, which the planner will send to the customer. Depends on the structure of the certification body, but most of the time the auditor will want to directly send the audit plan to the customer so that you can start the communication, start the contact, and then at the same time you just CC to the planner.
So lead auditor does not decide the team composition?
No, the lead auditor does not decide. Alright. It's slightly different than internal audits. Usually internal audits, then the lead auditor will pick the team. But for external auditors, no. Simply because also to manage and control conflict of interest. So if the team leader is the one who's decide that, then there could be some conflict of interest then in terms of the team member, firstly. But before going there, also it's more of the planner have all the resumes, qualifications, code competence, of
Yes,
each
ma'am.
and every auditor. So all auditors, the planner will have in the system, okay, I can audit construction, and you can audit shipping, and Iswandi Nuhiting can audit aviation. So I cannot audit aviation, so I will not be assigned. But so maybe Iswandi will be assigned the lead auditor, and then I could become the team member, which I will not audit the core process. I will just audit the supporting process. Supporting process is common process,
Yeah.
quality management, audit, HR,
It-
everybody.
It will also take into consideration the size of the company.
Yeah, in terms of the size of the company, the early part where the planner will see number of manpower, and then substantiate the number of mandates. So that's where they will see, okay, Firdaus is free, so I can put him. He have a lot of quotes. Just give it to him. Yeah. That's always my situation, actual situation, actual one. So that's why I keep auditing every day.
That's why the examinations.
Yeah, I cannot go away because I do a lot of exams. In the MV we have as we say for auditors competence, each and every auditor needs to know a little bit about the industry. So we don't really need to be a subject matter expert, but we need to understand it, so that when we talk, at least we don't go too far, right? So there is a document that we need to refer. We call it EA codes. So there's about 39 that separates the different industry. So in those 39 also some will have like 30, 32B, 32A will break up also. So about 40 to 50 codes in terms of the EA codes. So in the MV, I need to take all through exam, like what you're going to face. 33 numbers of exam I already did that for the past 6 months. Each exam will give us, like I think Mr. Lee did explain, we only have 1 minute when they calculated about 1 minute 15 seconds for each answer. For each answer. So 25 minutes for 20 questions, something like that. Yes, correct. So some will be 40 questions. So it depends on the industry. There is higher risk, they put more questions. So I managed to pass all 33. Okay. So if you pass again, I can have to repeat.
Wow.
So those are the qualification requirements for auditor. That's where the planner will see. Oh, if he does not pass yet, so I cannot assign him for this. Then suddenly prompt, nobody is available. Can you take the exam? Then I become stressed. Suddenly I need to take exam. Right? Okay, that answers your question. So auditor's point of view, you just wait for the planner. Okay, I have an audit. Okay, let's prepare the plan. And they will give you all the information, number of mandates, the name of the company, and the process, the scope, everything related. They will give it. Okay, that's for audit plan. Any other question? Okay, so because apart from the exam, of course you need to pass that, but I would like to leave you with some more or better understanding on external audits. I believe some of you, as you say, internal auditors, but when you attend this LAC, you might have different perspective already on what are the requirements of the
Suppose
standard.
if you want to postpone or cancel the audit,
Mhm.
what all conditions should be fulfilled?
If want to postpone or cancel the audit from the organization or from the certification body, auditor's point of view. Yeah, the process is quite straightforward. If like you are on like emergency leave, that's when you need to call the planner back to the back office. So the planner will be able to communicate that to the customer. So it's actually quite simple. It's just that it's something bad and mean the customer is already prepared, but then they say, oh okay, but it's an emergency, so what to do? Or even MC, you're sick, then you cannot do that. But there will be a circumstances there if you are a two team audit. So the one with the MC is actually your team member, then maybe you just need to replace the team member's part in another day. So that will be discussed with the planner. So you just call the planner, okay, so if you are available, for example, it become like this one, 4 mandates, then the first day your team member didn't turn up, couldn't turn up, couldn't turn up, then you just call, okay, there's something happened, maybe some emergency, so but I'm available on the 3rd day. as a lead auditor. So can we do that? Let the planner know. At the same time, you discuss with the customer. That is there and then because you are there already. The customer then, oh sorry, my team member, can we proceed? Then they will say, okay, let's proceed and discuss after the opening meeting. Usually we'll do after the meeting just to discuss. Okay, I'm available on the third day. Are you okay with the third day to replace the first day's activity? Then only you get confirmation. Sure, can you make it tomorrow from your team
No,
member?
if you are not able to complete the full, say that you are there, then you cannot complete the mandate.
So you already started the audit,
Yeah.
and then the next day you cannot complete. So same situation, you will discuss and with the customer and let them know when the next day to repeat. The audit does not have to be continuous. You can split the audit. So it's allowed. So if you start today already, and then you need to continue on Sunday, you're supposed to finish on Saturday, but then you couldn't make it on Saturday, you can just make the arrangement to finish it on Sunday or finish it on Sunday.
On the spot you can extend
On the
also.
spot, yes, on the spot. There is no such requirement stated you need to do it continuously. It's a good thing to do it continuously so that the energy or understanding is there. Especially the findings that you already have, the customer doesn't have suddenly have make a magic and show to you when you come next week or what. Can you drop the NC? I already done this. That can also happen. That's why we want it to be continuous.
So, but
Ideal.
are you suppose you have noticed something, but this guy presented some kind of an evidence which he was not able to present during that time. So before closing meeting. So what is your as an auditor obligation? Should he still mention, or the auditor should say, I have witnessed this, and so there is a need for improvement or something
Okay,
like
yeah,
that.
I get you. Okay, so if that happens, and that usually does happen, so it's really up to you. So you go back to the auditor's principles and the personal attributes where you want to be. Usually you want to be diplomatic. So one of the things you would say is you can do what you just said just now. Say, okay, so you still need to do improvements here. So at the point of audit, it was already an NC, and you managed to show me it now. So there was some breakdown in terms of your management also. There's still some breakdown. So let me just still issue this NC. I will, whatever you have done, that is correction part. So I would consider that as correction, because wherever you have issue NC means it's not done, then they show it is done, so it's still correction. So you can just say that. So I would consider this as correction. You send it to me together when you reply this NC. Then please look into the root cause and then corrective action. That also can be
Yeah,
done.
because sometimes what happens, let's say Ishwandi is the head of the department. He's traveling that time and he assigned somebody to do the thing. That guy may be not able to show the some evidences which he knows exactly where it is parked
Okay,
or have.
alright. For that situation, it's slightly different. Then it's back to the auditor's discretion. You can decide if you know that. Surely you would want to give the opportunity for the exact PIC to show it to you. So you can just say, okay, we still have tomorrow. So why don't you? Will he be back tomorrow morning? So if he says like he will be back only 30 minutes before the closing meeting, then you yourself will be very stressed and to wait for that, and then okay, you would just cut it off. Then say, okay, I will allow that, but you need to show me before lunch, something like that. You can do that. It's auditor's discretion. At the end, it's always auditor's discretion. Okay? Because there's no specific guideline during the course of the audit.
The auditor discretion should be considered in this examination.
In this examination, I would say what you have there, decide. In terms of examination, because what I think now, based on what you have already discussed, the structure of the exam is that that's the only thing that you have available data. Based on the data, decide.
Yes.
So if clear NC. So but in reality, clear NC. No, then you step back.
But if during the audit, suppose something like that happens,
Yeah.
can you downgrade, like you have given, but you downgrade during the audit, something like that. So can you write in the report? though it is not very.
On this date, this was not able to.
However,
Later it was.
No, that's not allowed. If you write
Okay,
something showing that you are downgrading it, the term that is used is actually soft grading. Soft grading, there's a term for that. So certification body, we need to control that. That will be one of the comments from technical reviewer.
Correct. What will they say? You should.
Yeah, what?
They will say this sounds like a soft grading. Please issue the NC or rewrite your observation. Two choice only. NC or rewrite your observation, as what we discussed yesterday. It's quite hard to write.
So they also okay with the change of observation. As long
Yes.
as your observation is changed, they are okay.
Yes, correct. As long as you can change the observation statement that does not show is a non-conformity, then it's okay. If you start to make reference,
They don't mind.
if
They
you
always be okay on.
Oh, okay.
When you downgrade, they always be okay.
as long as because at the end of the day, the customers understand what you presented. Because then only it goes to the technical review.
Means mostly important is the report. What you write. It is not that what you have seen that.
Exactly. It's important is what report, because everybody will see the report. That's the end result.
After 1
Nobody
year
else will
down the
see
line,
what you do
you
during that time. If there's no camera, body cam or what, no. So this is the link. Don't put any failure in the observation. Don't put any evidence in the observation. Evidence is quite hard. Sometimes you want to make reference also, but the evidence shouldn't be showing failure. That's what I mean. When you write observation, shouldn't be any failure statement. If you have, then you say, why you soft grading? This should be NC. Yeah, that can happen. Okay, clear? Alright.
And sometimes even if, let's say, auditor issues, we have faced like NC in certain cases. But we appealed it. And appeal, we submitted all the documents, although it took a time. But after almost a month or so, they reduced it to observation.
Okay, alright. Through appeals, huh?
Yeah, through
Yes,
appeal.
correct. Yeah, as I said earlier, if you're not agree, then you can still appeal. They will review, then the TR will say yes, this can be downgraded. Then the lead auditor or the auditor who issued that can just change it in the report and reissue to you. Yeah, that also can happen. So
Sir,
Yes.
may I ask?
yeah.
What if during the stage 2 audit, the process owner is not around? Okay?
Yeah.
No one can be interviewed. No
Okay.
process owners, no department heads.
Mm.
So we will, and there's a plan already. And we extend or place in another schedule, even though there's an audit plan already. Then we will postpone the recommendation.
Yeah, so if that kind of thing happen during the audit, when you come only you are made aware of that situation. So that is slightly similar situation but opposite party. Just now we talked about the auditor did not turn up, but this time the organization's PIC did not turn up. So same situation to settle it. So you will need to discuss with the organization whether there's any available dates to replace that particular area. If it's a half day, it's a half day. But if it's just a small part, maybe you put that as a 1 hour. So you, as much as you can, you might just want to swap it. So if it's that first day 1, then you may want to put it into day 2 and ensure that the organization can accommodate for the audit. If they could not, then the other option is you continue with the plan, then you issue major NC for that. Major non-conformity, because you were not able to see anything. Total breakdown of the system.
Could that be still discussed with the planner?
Yeah,
For the
yes.
planner?
In terms of planner, they just want to know your decision with the customer. So why I say major NC is usually when you talk to the customer, then if you nobody can answer this, I have to issue as major NC because it's total breakdown under this clause. I couldn't see anything. That's 0. So major NC quite straightforward for you to write. Evidence. I could not see the whole process. There is no evidence of controlling the whole process during the as per the audit plan. Then you can just give
No,
major
but
NC.
this is a stage 2 and certification body, somebody else will come also.
No, certification body, nobody will come after stage 2. You mean to review what stage 2 what we did?
Yeah.
No, this the review is actually by the technical reviewer in the office. They don't come to the clients or to the organization.
So I just want to know. Let's say you are an auditor, right? Yeah, you are doing what she's saying is stage 2.
Yeah.
Right? Stage 2 audit, and one particular department process was not available due to maybe that, let's say COVID example. That particular department has a COVID, and this person's nobody is available. But you have seen it is documented, and this kind of whatever the records you could verify. And then can you, on those basis, what you have seen the records, although you have not interviewed, you have not visited the facility, is it possible for you to recommend the certification?
By right, no. That part, you still have not complete the audit, because your audit objective evidence, you need to not just look at documents. You still need to interview and do some site tour, relevant site tours related.
So this time we will just postpone the recommendation.
Correct. So in a way, you will postpone that part. Right? So audit is not complete.
So
audit is not complete. Audit is not complete.
So how to justify the manpower?
How to justify more? That's the tricky part. That's why most of the time, in reality, CBs will not do that. We as auditors will not do that. We just say, I'm sorry. I don't even want to audit anything. Let me just issue major NC. Then we'll just do a follow-up audit to close the major NC, which we will cover everything after that. That will be easier and to complete the particular audit, and that just becomes just an extension of the audit to do a follow-up. That's one of the things that can be done.
And then certificate will only be issued
once we come back and close all the NC. I mean, accept all the NC.
So the best answer, sir, for this is to raise an NC because we were not able to. To do that. Okay. Yeah,
from my point of view, based on the situation that you give me, I will do that. Most of the time, I will do that. I have done that. I did not really postpone because most of the time there's no dates. There's no dates. So follow up you can do in the next 60 days. Usually you say 30 days, but then you have 60 days because it's a major NC.
For the major NC, you have to do follow up audit.
Because it's operation process, so you could not audit anything. So you would want to do an on-site verification, we call it. Otherwise it's off-site, and you just show the evidence. So there's always some situation that is not very straightforward. As you say, it's like COVID, then it's quite easy. Then straight away ask for postponement because it's COVID, it's valid. But if then you wouldn't want to also look into the document. But in your situation just now, if you already look into some documentation, please insist that somebody is being interviewed. You would want to insist that because you already done some part of it. No, why you don't want to complete it? So
because
even the tour,
they have shown the process, they have shown the evidences. Only thing is they don't have anybody.
Yeah. So if you say COVID, that person, that depends on the situation lah. COVID, if you can still speak and talk, you can make just a video call, the WhatsApp call, up to. As long as you're able to communicate, it's okay, it's acceptable. So once you've done that, in terms of the site tour, then it's relevant or not. So site tour relevant or not, you can look at pictures, you can look at then you must make the decision as an auditor. So there will be situation like this if you are ever found yourself in the current situation. Okay, Azal? Alright, good. Okay. So basically, we covered all. There will be a lot of situation when you do the actual one. Okay, so hopefully the outcomes of what we learned, just change the words. You should already get the understanding of the purpose, and you understand what are the key standards that you refer to in terms of knowledge. Understand roles and responsibilities of the lead auditor, what you can do, what you cannot do, and slightly what we discussed in terms of the questions you asked just now. And then lastly, the skill to plan, conduct, report and follow up audit. of a quality management system. Okay, in terms of individual reflection, so you just this is really up to you. If you want to talk about the 3 most important topics you learned during this course, I think each and every topic you do have a lot of questions, and we did a lot of exercise and gain a lot of knowledge. So I leave it to you to come up with your own personal action plan. If at the end of the day you want to become freelance auditor for TAB, that good. You will become my team member, team member in future,
You do
team leader in
anything
future.
if there is no aim.
Yes, correct. So you should have your personal action on that. And since you have this is a valuable qualification, then why not? And there's a lot of option. Even not with the MV, you can also with other certification body with this.
No, must be with DNV.
It's open for me, but yeah, of course you will like that. Mr. Lee will be the one you need to talk to. Okay, like you can go back, especially after you finish your exam, you can reflect on this.
Yeah, how to apply to the NV.
How to apply to the MV? Yes, you can email Mr. Lee later how to do that. Then you can become a freelance auditor
we
in
do have, but
Manila.
I think we need younger ones, right? You are much younger, right? Because we have a lot of old contractors, we have old full-time employees, so we are all aging. So we need new blood like Fadal or whoever who is coming to do replacement. DMV for longest time don't usually engage that readily a lot of people. So if there's some opening there, I think that's good. If you like the culture and like the company, yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah, Jeff, huh? Jeff is smiling. So.
Just
Okay.
now I came to know that Ferrari
Ferrari?
is a DNV.
Uh,
Gustav, my account
Ah.
manager, he was showing me
yes, yes.
that Ferrari is a DNV.
Yes.
also.
We do certify a lot of big companies and the big brands.
So their problem was their client requirement is different than the client requirement. What should I drive on Monday and what should I drive on Friday? So the problem is totally different pieces. When you go and you see their problem statement, it looks foreign to you. Like,
Okay.
this
You cannot
thing
relate.
can be.
You cannot relate.
This thing can be a problem.
Yeah.
Should I drive 540 horsepower or should I drive 500 horsepower?
Interesting, eh? If you be able to join us and audit the company, they will see the customer's requirement, meet the expectation or interested parties are really totally okay.
It's foreign to you.
Okay, I just like to share this learning pyramid with you. So it shows through lecturing you'll get 5%, through reading you'll get 10% of the whatever you want to learn. Audiovisual, and you should be able to get 20%. Demonstration, when you see others doing it, then you can get 30%. And then group discussion, when we discuss together, we did the audit plan, you should be able to get 50%. Practice by doing, so the next level. If you join us, or you will be able to do it, this audit, and based on what we learned for these 5 days, then you will get the 75%.
So to pass this examination, you have to practice.
And not really. This is just a reminder for learning.
You are telling, and then you have to implement this. No?
Actually, one day DNV should take to somewhere audit.
So based on the percentage, so you are referring percentage. Yeah.
What you are saying, I am not saying documentation is there. Evidence should be given that how you implement.
Yeah. But here is what you get, understand here. When you exam is slightly different, how you output it out. So lastly, if you are able to become trainers or you share this, then you will be able to get the 90% back. So you what they call relearn. When you teach, you relearn.
Still 10%.
Just to see that, just to show and remind us again on how we learn. Okay. And lastly, on feedback, all of you have got the access. You got your training documents through the LMS, right? So in LMS, there's a button for you to do surveys. Please do so and give us the feedback, the required feedback, especially the ones that we need to improve, so that we'll be able to improve further on that. I do heard that during the course of the audit. I myself feel it, so you can just make comments there. And you have good things to share there. Also, whatever you learn here from your participant or what, then you can also just give some comments on that. It's entirely up to you, but you can do this anytime. You don't have to do it immediately, especially if you done your exam, then you want to do the whole feedback of the whole course, then you can do so later. Okay, this is to remind you to do this. Okay, and then for us to let you know that we do have this online self-assessment, which explained during the introduction. This is where you can go in and measure your management system compliance with the standard, especially you're going for a new standard, new company, or you're playing the new role. You just want to see just an online self-assessment. You can go online and you can just test where you are. If you are the one leading, if you're the one leading any new management system, you can just try to get. It should be the same link when you get all your appointments, so you can find it. Online self-assessment suite. In a way, it's like online gap analysis. In a way.
So here what you have to upload your documents or what?
There's some questions there, so you can go through the question, then they will come up with some sort of
We have a
percentage.
policy.
We have a policy.
It's not AI. Yes, I upload
Yeah.
You also cannot upload proprietary, right?
but ultimately,
It's
if you really want.
more like a survey type of question. Then when you answer that, you can gauge where you are.
Then they say that so many manuals required.
Right. You have not done this before,
So please come and
Photo certified you
meet
might
us.
have done.
Meet us. I am the PAC.
Unless you register with them. Register, then they have the
Yeah.
non-disclosure.
They have all the text.
Oh,
Then
yeah, yeah.
Then after that, then you can upload.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It
One
depends.
thing is very good in DNV, the date.
Plenty of resources are available.
Yes,
I
yes,
went
correct.
to that veracity.
Yes, you are right. You are right. That's where I talk about big data. We have been doing that before Industry 4.0, and how we control. We don't have to block access. We don't have to block this and that, but we already have a good control for that because we already done it many years ago. We already started that for energy, oil and gas, and shipping. These two main industries. Not inside this. This is another link. When you search in the website, you can find online.
DNV website.
DNB website.
You register with your email ID. Then you can.
Correct.
DNV,
You need to-
there is a veracity also there. Very good
DNV.com.
resources.
Mm.
DNV.com.
That's for
Very
DNB.
nice for the quality management. Good new regulations, new this, new all there.
Yes. You can find it. Yeah. In detail. So yes, when you start signing to veracity, you already have a login, then you will be able to access a lot of things. For companies who register with us to be certified, usually you will get the contact person will automatically get the access. Contact person, usually what we call MR.
DNV also keep changing these contact persons.
DNB keep changing, not the organization keep changing.
They keep changing the contact person. Then they keep saying that it is there.
Oh, then it goes to a different person. That's what you mean. Yeah. It captured into the system.
Very hot seat.
Yeah, we are doing some cleaning up.
Especially sales purpose.
Oh, because of the hot seat. Okay, now I understand. It's a hot seat, so that's why it keep changing. Yeah, auditors will know that better. When I'm first time, that's why I just, this no longer around. Oh, okay, then I start to ask. Okay, so basically that's the end of the training for all the modules. So let me just touch on the exam. A bit on that.
Yes.
Okay, so this is what we presented in the introduction. That's why it's 56.
Huh?
56 marks, I stated 56 marks.
1
Percentage
hour,
is
45
70%.
minutes.
Percentage is 70%. So whoever already got the 70% means you pass.
But it on this one, a third attempt. So,
And
For
jury.
the years, how many grades did you get?
Huh?
What's your grades?
Last
for
one?
the years? Yeah.
Last night was 77.
Wow.
Wow.
But you will get 90, Aizil. Don't.
No, no.
I know.
I just got the second attempt. It's just 70. So I
Oh,
need to
70
give it
is
up.
good.
Yeah.
You pass.
What else you want? They think this is first rank.
both of them are really good, really. Just see
no,
worrying.
so we will
About
get
the
1
others.
hour 45 or 2 hours?
2 hours.
2 hours.
1 hour
2 hour
45 just
15
now.
minutes.
1 hour 45 was actually just the whose mother tongue is actually English.
Yeah, so 30 minutes more we will get, right?
It stated 30 minutes, but I'm not sure why it's only 2 hours for us. You can understand.
What is it?
How much time I will get? It's 2 hours
It's-
15 minutes, right?
2 hours, right? It's originally it's 1 hour and 45 minutes, right?
Mm.
So you have another 50 minutes extra.
15 or 30?
Toilet break.
Because
Toilet break.
I think plus or minus. You see the actual one? Have you attempted
Yes.
this one?
It's 2,
How
right?
many hours they give
They
you?
just give 2
hours.
hours.
Two hours.
2 hours.
2 hours.
2 hours. 2 hours.
2 hours, right?
Yeah.
2
Up
hours.
to 15. Yeah.
Yeah. So then how 30 minutes? Where is that non-mother tongue 30 minutes?
Yeah, I stated like that in our reference.
But
I'm
we
not
have
sure
to
why
apply
it's
for
like
it. That's what they say.
that.
No, it's assumed they apply
Correct.
across the board for all
Correct.
of you.
When
All
to us,
Asian we are.
Asian, yeah.
yeah, to us they assume that already, because of our location.
So what is that?
But
So-
even they tell you it's 1 hour 45 minutes, what can you do?
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do.
This is the breakdown.
Right.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. So this why.
This is the main thing.
So section 4, somebody was saying they have total number of correct is high, but the still score low maybe here. There's some 8 times 3, there's some 6 times 2. So
But you got 100%. You got 100%.
No.
No, not section 4. He got section 3.
You got section 4.
Section 400%.
wow.
You
Then
got all correct what?
you should get
So
more.
then
No,
36 you get immediately.
No, you see, every, for example, section 3, right?
Section
You got
4.
8 number of marks, number of marks per
Section
domain is
I
8.
got.
So minimum pass is 3. So that means one question is 2 times 2, 4 times 1. So that means
Yeah.
one of the questions probably if you have multiple choice, multiple question answer, right?
Yeah.
You have 1 point each. So you might have 2 there, you might have 1. So if you get correct for that question, then you have only 1. Then you only have 3. That's where
So the
you
higher weightage is 3 marks.
3.
1 question.
So have you guys been told that you got to pass every section? 50% minimum.
Minimum.
But we pass ah.
We
I
section
never
also
get
have to
70.
pass.
Yeah, so
We
far
assume that
everybody
you
got
pass,
half at least, right?
Yeah.
Minimum is half.
Oh,
This
God.
one is slightly lower.
Maximum 2 wrong, but I still never get 70%.
I did that 30% or 50% all I did, but
You
3
also
and 2, I don't know, 3 and 2 gone and it is all
Don't
done.
worry about the calculation behind. It's no.
cannot.
maybe
You
not
don't
so
know. Then how you
logical.
know how you get
Yeah.
70%?
How many? You want 100%?
No, I'm very puzzled that.
This one
for
is
section
my
4
coastal.
Yeah, you see his one, his section 5 got how many wrongs? 2 wrong.
Section 5, 2 wrong.
My section 4 2 wrong, but I never get 70%. Your section 5 2 wrong, you get 77%.
So within,
That means your section.
they are not mentioned to you that when you do a selections, right? 3 out of 4,
Yeah,
3
one-
are given
Yeah.
marks.
Yeah.
But the one may not be given the marks.
It's
So
not
it's
incorrect,
broken down.
right?
It's not just the question, but also the answers.
Yeah. So we will
Where
go.
is Jeff? Jeff,
We'll
are you
understand
there?
better on that
Yeah.
after the break.
Yeah, but
So
only
yes,
3
I
and
am,
2.
but my internet connection
Yeah,
just closed,
so I think
so
section
I'm
5
using my
and 4
mobile.
is the high
Oh,
weightage
okay.
one.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, Jeff.
It all depends on how they
Yeah,
grade
I'm
the
still here.
questions and the answers given.
I'm just calculating my
wrong answer 6. Minus wrong answer only 5.
Yeah, that's why.
Those
Very
samples-
puzzle, right?
CQI. Yeah.
I don't know how you calculate. I also got 5 wrong only, but I guess
You
it's
can write
easy.
feedback to CQI.
I
But
dapat
this is
saya jadi
only samples.
Cannot sample like that really. Then the
The
exam.
the real thing, they will mark
I dapat
accordingly.
dari
Sometimes
dia.
my trainees seems like they say die, I fail.
Yeah.
A lot of things I did,
I got
but
this
it came out
thing.
pass, you know. I do not know why. God, we have no answer why.
Yeah.
But the trainees
It's
came
time
out
for that,
I'm
like,
telling you guys, everybody, do it today.
He's trying to persuade everybody to do it today.
I'm telling you, you will forget everything tomorrow after that National Day.
National Day, nothing to celebrate. Nothing to celebrate for National Day.
That's right.
Okay, so that's all that I would like to share with you before we go for the sample and discuss on the exam before we end before lunchtime. Okay, so let's go for the morning break.
Yeah, go for a break first so that we have uninterrupted time together.
Yes.
Yeah, and I have all of you to give me the input because you are an expert already,
Exactly.
right? That we discuss.
This
Then
group
we
really-
only discuss what is right, what is wrong.
Get all the
The goal of this
Three all the
the goal of
right.
this class
Yes.
is to pass. So
Yes.
everyone should pass.
You mean you're
If we
the one to
pass,
learn,
we will
you only want to
celebrate.
pass the exam. That is very
No,
No, already learning finished. Now only learning till now
Okay.
finished.
No,
Learning is done.
it's the byproduct, right?
Yeah,
A byproduct. The
Byproduct.
past is the
But-
byproduct.
Okay, that's my
Sometimes
product.
the questions come out is contradicting to our training.
Correct, correct.
Seriously, I'm not kidding. Anyway.
Alright.
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Okay, as
Just
well as
see,
just
but
we'll
training
just take a
program
break.
is
We
also
come back, then we discuss.
accredited, right? It is
Finally, you will give. You have participated in the 5-day course.
Yes,
Whether
yes,
you
yes.
pass or not, you participated in the 5-day course. That is sufficient.
Exam is
Participation only,
important, but I think
participation.
learning is
Yeah,
even more
fine.
important.
Learning is
It's
even
okay.
more.
Yeah.